Alright guys, so this has been on my mind, and I'm going to talk about this while I'm walking real quick. So, alright, so us spiritual people, we've been on this whole awakening journey for, some of us years and years and years, most of us a couple years, but all different times. But now, I don't know, a lot of people don't really know about this, and I'm like still small, so like, ain't much going to say it, only really you guys. But the thing is, the CIA... Now, right when all this, protesting and stuff was starting to happen, I came across this one kid who I follow, and he even posted something like this, and about the unleashed documents from the CIA. So I Googled it, and I looked it up, and it said everything about meditation, all the spiritual stuff, right? And now, this is important because even, last year, I was thinking about this. This is like a spiritual matrix. Like, all us spiritual people, we think we're, escaping the matrix. But, I remember thinking last year, what if this is just another matrix? We think we're all ahead of ourselves, but I don't really think we are. Just get it this way. I'm not saying it's true. This is just the stuff I be thinking about. And now that, this year, sorry, loud-ass people. And now that this year, I saw the documents about how they were all talking about astral projection, meditation, manifestation. It made me think back to it. And I'm like, damn, what if, because, we all talk about how media manipulation and all this. So who's to say we're not the same? I mean, I'm not saying this stuff's not real. It's definitely real. But, what is the agenda behind it is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's they all know about this stuff now. Now watch when this stuff goes mainstream. Now when all this stuff goes mainstream, by all means, that's what we want it. But that's going to be a shit show. I don't feel like it will, because you know why? Christianity is still the major friggin' religion that people of all different backgrounds follow that. So, and that goes against all that. And you know what? Now that it's coming out, watch that shit be the next pandemic. That's going to be a shit. Because everyone's going to be learning about it, and it's going to just be by all means, that's what we were all wanting. That's all we do on this journey, to help people become aware of this. But they wanted to say we were crazy. And now watch, if they release that mainstream, because we all know they have the power to put anything out there mainstream that they want, to control us all. And it makes me laugh when people say, you shouldn't fear our government. That's what people used to say to me when I would say all this stuff. Honey, it's not that we should... You're already controlled, sweetheart. They said we could outnumber them. No shit, but they do it in the most subtle ways, in ways you wouldn't even notice. Your food you're eating, the media you're looking at, your subconscious mind gets programmed all the time. And listen, I'm not talking all this. We're all programmed. It just depends what the programming you subscribe to. And me, I still have a lot of work to do with unprogramming and stop looking at social media and protecting my subconscious. But it just got me thinking, I don't know, I have this thing where when everything becomes mainstream or popular, or a trend, I do not want to be a part of it. And if this shit starts to become a trend, I mean, it's good, because that's what we wanted, the key point of it all. But if it's being released by the mainstream media, then that's not fucking good, because that's not good. That's gonna be people not even oh, I don't know. That's just going to be of course, that's a little bit of my spiritual ego, because we've all just been working so hard trying to get people to understand that this shit is real, and then watch them release it to people, and all of a sudden they believe it. It's you bad-ass bitches. You believe everything that comes out. But at the same time, I'm starting to feel we're bots too. Okay, this is the thought process I had last year. Now, I don't know if I was going a little delusional, but like I said, now that this came back up, I'm starting to think about it again. I remember last year, I actually made a video on my Simply Empath, but I don't know, I ended up deleting it. It only got 300 views, honestly. I think I had 4,000 at the time. But it's we're moving from one generational era to the next. This has been happening repeatedly, but I feel next, it's just this major step up. And it's this is the thought process I had last year, what I'm about to say right now. Because I'm going to tell you something. Last year, this is what really made me think this. You guys are going to think I'm nuts. I got stung by a fly. A friggin' fly in this field when I was walking barefoot. And when I tell you, I didn't know what the hell it was at first. I never felt excruciating pain. I just dropped to the floor and started crying. I screamed, fuck. It hurt so bad, right? So my whole leg goes numb. And then this one YouTuber that I watch, they said something about like they don't even trust flies, thinking that they're spies. And what are the fuck? And that wasn't even like his main point he was talking about. But like he said that, and I'm like, yo, because I literally just got bit by a fly. So then I started to think about like, how do we, like, we all talk about media consumption, how it manipulates us. Well, how do they not say that they wanted us to see it? It's almost like, I don't know. I could just be being a bit paranoid because it's like, but I was thinking like, where are they leading us to? You know what I mean? Like, we're just in a spiritual matrix. This shit's always a matrix. I think I just go like start thinking too much about it, but really, it's the truth. How do we know that they didn't have like a set group of people that they were going to awaken first to help lead the life into the new order? But what is the hidden motive behind it all? Because now seeing those documents, I remember I seen these documents a month ago, and I didn't really say nothing about it because this kid, like, he didn't really have too much. And then I saw a meme today about somebody else like talking about it, and no one's talking about it. So it's like this shit's becoming more and more apparent, but it just makes me really revisit that topic of like, okay, so we're in the spiritual matrix. Like, what if we're just leading it? I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm just thinking too much. This is a little thought process. This is my own little conspiracy theory that I'm making up. Hold on, I'm walking past the bar, and I don't want to look nuts. Talking to myself. So, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm probably explaining this so screwed up, but it's like, I feel like we're in a spiritual matrix. Like, we all talk about escaping the matrix, all the matrix is like really like the whole, well, you guys know, like the whole 3D world, but really when you think about it, it's just like a paradigm within your mind, a set way of doing things, a set way of, so it's like you just move from one matrix to the spiritual matrix. And we thought we're escaping it, but now this shit's gonna start to become more and more, it's just gonna be a new matrix. Does that even make sense? But the thing is that they release it mainstream, so many people are going to be freaking out, and it's going to be like, they're not even going to realize, like, it takes inner work to do all that stuff. You can't just be fucking bippity-boppity Mary Poppins, how we all think when we first start doing it. I don't know, guys. I'm about to go now because I'm, like, about to be here, but I really was just thinking about that. I'm just like, I'm becoming, see, the reason why I'm so hesitant on saying all this, because I also would like read all into like mental health and stuff, thinking I got fucking psychosis for talking about stuff like this. But bro, it's like true. Like, I don't know, because it's like we all think we're doing something, which in a way, yes, we are. But at the end of the day, we have to look at it. We all talk about how they are in control. They have control over what it is that we see. So it's like, what if they purposely planted like certain amount of people to come across this information and to help lead other people into it? Like, what if it was really them behind it, not really spirit? Because now knowing that, I mean, like, we all knew that they knew this information, but it got hidden from us. But like, how did it accidentally just get leaked? Accidentally. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know where I'm getting at with this, so hopefully you guys can tag along. This is just my made up own little conspiracy theory. Probably didn't explain it how I like efficiently wanted to, but that's just what I'm thinking. It's like, what is this leading us to? We're basically just moving into a new era, but I feel like we're making it so dramatic. I don't know. I just feel like us humans in general are just so ignorant. Like, we really don't know shit. Like, we just don't. We don't even know what's in our ocean. How can we say there's no aliens, there's no nothing? You ignorant ass people. Not even just that. It's just like we truly just never know what's going on. Like, and it kind of just scares me sometimes. Like, I don't know. I think I just overthink too much. But it's just really like, how do we know what's right? We do what feels right, duh. But I really feel like going off fucking grid. I really want to. I don't know, guys. This is my own little conspiracy theory. Let me know what you think. Spiritual matrix. Because it's like now seeing that they externally released some of that information, it's making me feel, what's their next step? What is their hidden motive behind that? They clearly see these videos that we're making. Some of us. Maybe not people like me, because I'm still small, but, you know what I mean. This guy thinks I'm nuts. So, alright guys, that's it for that. I just wanted to share that. Well, let me know what you guys think, the spiritual matrix, because that's what I find myself in sometimes. I find myself in a trap. It's like, I don't know if I just have problems, but it's like each time things become really, like, I almost get sick of it sometimes. And I almost, like, you know, it's like you get that urge, you just want to, like, break out and just, like, do something outrageous and crazy, but it feels so much like you can't. I don't know. That's what I be thinking. And now it's like that they release this. Could you imagine if this goes mainstream, like if they put it out there and everyone's just like, oh my God. I mean, but the thing is, I was thinking about that, but like I said, Christianity is still really big, so maybe it wouldn't take over that much because, you know, Christianity is like against all that stuff. But it just goes to show that it's real and that they purposely made it that way just so people wouldn't uncover that knowledge. Not to say God and following Christianity is wrong or anything. No, do whatever leads you to your own divinity. But it's like they limited people in religion to experience only a certain amount of divinity. And now it's like, okay, well, why are you accidentally releasing information? Like, what is the fucking motive behind it? You know what I mean? I don't know. Sean's conspiracy theory. Let me know what you think. Love you guys.